Ever looked at your bank account at the end of the month and thought, where did all my money go? It feels like your paycheck just disappeared into thin air. One moment you're getting paid, and the next, it's gone groceries, gas, and a few random things you don't even remember buying. It's frustrating. And honestly, it can feel like you're stuck in a loop you can't escape. And it's not just you, everything feels more expensive lately. Groceries cost more, filling up your gas tank takes a bigger bite, and student loan payments don't wait for anyone. Rent keeps creeping up too, making it harder to save anything at all. It's no wonder so many people feel overwhelmed. Most of us have tried the usual fixes: downloading budgeting apps, building spreadsheets, or setting up strict money rules. But let's be real, they usually don't last long. The apps feel confusing, the spreadsheets are exhausting, and the strict rules just make you want to give up. Traditional budgeting makes people feel trapped instead of free. Here's the thing, you're not alone. Nearly half of Americans live paycheck to paycheck, and it's nothing to be ashamed of. It just means the system wasn't built to make money simple for everyday people. But what if there's a way to finally make budgeting feel doable? Something that actually works in real life. That's what today is all about. Ever feel like your paycheck disappears before the month is over? Let's flip the script. Hi, I'm Bella. Welcome to Money Talk. Real talk, smart money with Bella. Don't forget to subscribe so you never miss smart money tips. This video is for education only, not financial advice. Here's what you'll get today: the simplest way to budget that actually works. In this video, the budgeting trick that will finally work for you. Let's dive in. Step 1 is simple but powerful. Stop thinking about budgeting as boring spreadsheets. Nobody wakes up excited to type numbers into little boxes, right? Instead, imagine a way of handling money that feels clear and almost playful. That's where buckets come in. Think about it this way. Your paycheck is like water being poured into different cups. Some goes into housing, some into food, some into fun, and some into savings. But if one cup is too big and overflows, the others end up running dry. That's why buckets make so much sense. Buckets are different because they keep things simple. You don't need to track 20 tiny categories that just stress you out. With just a few big buckets, you'll instantly see where your money goes. It's about clarity, not perfection. So here's the big shift. Instead of obsessing over rigid categories, just focus on a few buckets. Essentials cover your needs, fun gives you joy, future grows your savings, and safety protects you. Suddenly, money feels less like a trap and more like a tool. And that's the trick that actually works. Step 2 is all about the essentials. Think of them like the roof and the electricity in your house. If those aren't secure, everything else can collapse. Essentials are the foundation that keeps your life running smoothly. Without them, no budget can stand strong. So, what counts as essentials? We're talking about the basics that keep your life going: rent or mortgage, groceries to feed yourself, utilities like water and power, and transportation to get you where you need to go. These aren't luxuries, they're your non-negotiables. Covering these first makes sure your financial house stands tall. Here's a simple way to check yourself. Add up all your essentials and compare them to your income. Don't stress about perfect percentages. This isn't about strict rules. It's more of a gut check to see if your essentials take up too much space. If they do, it might be time to adjust or simplify. The bottom line: protect your essentials first, before anything else. Just like a roof keeps the rain out and electricity keeps the lights on, your essentials keep your financial life safe. Once these are secured, you'll have the freedom to plan the fun stuff later. Essentials first always. Step 3 is all about paying future you. Think of future you as a roommate who's counting on you to cover their share of the rent. If you ignore them, you're basically leaving your future self out on the street with no roof overhead. When you pay them, you're giving your future self stability and peace of mind. This future bucket is where your savings, retirement, and emergency fund all live. Your savings are like a cushion that softens life's bumps. Retirement is your golden ticket to stop working someday and still live comfortably. And your emergency fund is the shield that protects you when life throws unexpected storms. The best part? You don't need to start big. Even $20 a month makes a difference. Think of it like drops of water filling a bucket. Over time, those tiny drips turn into something powerful and life-changing. So, Don't forget to pay future you. Every payment you make is like giving your future self a safer home, more freedom, and less stress. Small, consistent steps today can create a future that feels secure and full of options. Future you will thank you for every drop you save. Think about a diet with no cheat days. Eventually, you feel trapped, frustrated, and you give up. Budgets work the same way. If there's no space for fun, you'll want to break it. So, the secret is simple. Don't be a money robot. Make room for joy. Here's where the fun bucket comes in. It's money you set aside just for enjoyment, like dining out, hobbies, travel, or even small splurges. This way, you don't feel guilty when you spend it, because that's exactly what it's for. Think of it as fuel that keeps your financial journey exciting and sustainable. Now here's the key. Label it guilt-free. That means when you dip into your fun bucket, you can enjoy it fully without second thoughts. No shame, no stress, just happiness in the moment. Once it's spent, it's gone, but you'll feel satisfied knowing you planned for it. So remember, a budget with no fun is a budget that won't last. Add some joy, make it guilt-free, and you'll actually stick to it. Life is meant to be enjoyed, not just endured. Let your budget support that, not stand in the way. Think about carrying an umbrella. Most of the time, it just sits there, and you might even forget you have it. But the moment the sky opens up and it pours, you're beyond grateful it's with you. That's exactly what a financial safety net feels like. A safety net is just a small amount of savings you can reach for when life throws you a curveball. It could be a flat tire on your car, an unexpected doctor visit, or a surprise bill that pops up out of nowhere. Instead of panicking, you have something set aside to catch you. It won't solve everything, but it gives you breathing room and peace of mind. The best part? Your safety net doesn't have to be huge at first. You can start small, and even a little makes a big difference when trouble comes. A great milestone is aiming for $500, enough to cover the most common emergencies. Think of it like planting the first seed of a money tree that will grow over time. So here's the mission. Build your safety net. It's your umbrella for the storms of life, your soft landing when things get rough. Start with what you can, and celebrate every step forward. Because with even a small safety net, you'll face life's adventures with more courage and confidence. Think about kids with their piggy banks. They drop in coins one by one and can actually see the pile growing. That visual progress excites them and keeps them motivated to save. Honestly, adults are not that different. We also save better when we can see the results with our own eyes. So here's the trick. Make your money visible. Instead of letting it sit as just numbers on a banking app, break it down into envelopes, jars, or even digital pockets. When you can see where your money is going, it feels more real, and that makes you more intentional about spending. Visuals give your money weight. When you move cash into jars or envelopes, it suddenly feels more valuable because you can literally see it. Even digital tools can create the same effect if they show progress with colors or icons. This small change makes budgeting less abstract and way more powerful. So here's step 6. Make it visual. Don't just let money hide as numbers. Put it in envelopes, jars, or visual pockets so you can track it like treasure. Because when money feels real, saving doesn't feel like a chore, it feels like an adventure you want to keep going. Think back to the first time you tried to ride a bike. You wobbled, maybe fell, and it felt frustrating. But you didn't throw the bike away, you kept trying until it clicked. Budgeting works the exact same way. Some months will be messy, and that's totally normal. Your budget might not go perfectly, and you may spend more than you planned. That doesn't mean you failed, it just means you're learning. Every stumble is part of the progress. Instead of quitting, take a moment to review your budget. Look at what worked and what didn't, and then adjust your plan. Just like fixing your balance on the bike, small tweaks keep you steady. The important thing is to keep going. Progress matters more than perfection. Even if you fall off the bike, what counts is that you get back on and ride again. Budgeting is about steady improvement, not flawless execution. So keep riding, your future self will thank you. Buckets, essentials, future you, fun, safety, visuals, and adjustment. That's the budgeting trick in action. Budgeting doesn't have to feel like punishment. It's about giving your money a job so it works for you, not against you. If this video helped, hit that like button, subscribe, and share it with a friend who needs this. And tell me in the comments, which bucket do you want to work on first? This is Money Talk Channel Real Talk. Smart Money with Bella. Thanks for spending time with me today. Remember, you deserve control over your money and peace of mind with it. Until next time, take care of yourself and your wallet.